Qué buena manera de arrancar el programa del día de hoy, por el amor de Dios, así bien arriba, bien al palo, allá, bien, y todas esas cosas que acabamos de escuchar. Ya estamos con el amigo Balas, todos conectados. Hello Balas, are you listening me good? Are you listening me well? You are mute, my friend. I have to mute because ahí está.
Okay.
Hi, hello, how are you?
Hola.
Hola. Bueno, ya está el amigo Balas conectado. Raúl, arrancá la entrevista y empecemos este camino directo al infierno.
Sí, Manu is Balas. Manu is now in Buenos Aires. I'm living now in Catalonia, in Barcelona, and we are really happy to meet you because we like the guitarists or the guitar players that show no mercy with the guitar. You know, it's like puff.
Thanks so much, guys, for the support and the opportunity to be here with you today.
No, it's a pleasure for us. It's a pleasure for us because we love that kind of heavy metal. You know, it's the gate to hell. You know, it's something like that.
Pretty much.
We are going to start with the interview. So please tell us your full name, where are you from, and how old are you?
All right. Mm-hmm. So I'm BALASH TOTH. Basically, the band's name is my name. It's written a bit differently. I'm in my 40s. Let's just put it that way.
Okay.
And 46. And I'm from Hungary, but I'm living in Ireland.
Okay.
So.
I'm going to make a little translation for the Spanish listeners. Bueno, estamos con BALASH TOTH, es originario de Hungría, pero está viviendo ahora en Irlanda y tiene más de 40 años. I'm over 40, so it's okay. It's the same. No problem with that. And can you tell us which is your first memory of you listening to music?
My first memory of me listening to music, as for many people in my age, it's Guns N' Roses. You Could Be Mine, you know, from like the Terminator 2 movie. That was my I have been listening to music mostly movie songs like Ghostbusters music and this kind of stuff before.
Wow.
I like that, like pop music, but the first rock thing was Guns N' Roses, definitely.
Wow, and you were living in Hungary, in Hungary?
Yeah, I only moved 10 years ago.
Okay. And you were always looking through the television, came the movies or in VHS?
Around that time we got MTV, so I saw all the music videos there. And I love the Terminator movie, like the first one, like in the 80s. And the second one was a big thing that it came out when I already kind of was in my mind, in my right mind, you know, and that's what I was running to the cinema to watch it and the music and everything.
Wow. And Schwarzenegger is better than Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah, sure. I would say that.
I agree. Perfect.
Yeah.
Bueno, le estaba preguntando cuál es su primer recuerdo escuchando música y lo que nos dice que tiene muchos recuerdos mirando películas y aparte MTV en Hungría también era bastante fuerte, así que tiene más de 40, fue la primera época de MTV con muchos videos musicales y la primera banda de la que fue fanático y le transmitió algo fue Guns N' Roses con la música de Terminator. You Could Be Mine dice que fue un impacto muy fuerte.
Quería decir cuál era el tema, ¿no? You Could Be Mine.
You Could Be Mine de Terminator, le impactó un montón y ahí empezó.
Recuerdo mucho esta época, hay dos bandas sonoras, esa y la de AC/DC también con Schwarzenegger, del último gran héroe, Big Gun.
Sí. You remember Last Action Hero with AC/DC?
Big Gun.
Yeah.
Big Gun.
I have the soundtrack on CD.
Sí, me too. Nice. Bueno, estábamos hablando también que está otra película de Schwarzenegger, el último gran héroe que tiene grandes. Alice in Chains. You like Alice in Chains?
Yeah.
Wow.
That, like all the music that. So for me, all the music that came out around from 91 to 98ish, I would say those are everything. Basically, that this is probably my favorite. like the albums of Ozzy Osbourne, like No More Tears, and like what was the other one, like Anthrax, Sound of the White Noise record. I love that. So everything that was, and it's funny because those albums were kind of weird in their discography, but like for me those are my favorites because I was a child.
No, it was a little change from the old stuff to the new because of Pantera. We always talk about Pantera. It was a disruption in metal, Pantera, for us.
Yes, like the sound got more organic a bit.
Exactly.
Like in the 80s metal, they sometimes use like drum machines and stuff. And like even if like Judas Priest, for instance, they came out with Painkiller around that time, and it was like a way more aggressive, organic material than like Defenders of the Faith, which is also good, but it's a bit very 80s, you know.
Exactly. Sí. Ahí está Manu, está hablando de todo lo que hablamos generalmente, que a partir de los 90 hubo como una disrupción en el metal, cambió mucho el sonido, y lo que está diciendo Balash, que es realmente muy importante, que en los 80 cambió un poco de toda esa mecanización de la música, y a través de Pantera y un montón de grupos fue como volvió todo a ser como más humano. And Balash, which was your first instrument, and which was the first song that you learned?
Like my first instrument was a classical guitar. It's a German Hohner, very cheap classical guitar. I still have it, not here, but I have it in my dad's house. And my teacher was like a classical guitar player, so I learned like finger style, like Spanish stuff, and like probably the first piece I learned was something classical music or some Spanish guitar lick or something. But like the first song, obviously for every guitarist is like House of the Rising Sun from Animals, you know. Nice. Because that's like very easy to learn, and it's like a success story when you like know the 4 chords and play the song.
I have to tell you, sorry, but everyone said to us, "Smoke on the Water," but you changed that.
Like rock riff, yeah. But like the first song, like the first chords would be the House of the Rising Sun because they are very easy, like A, C, G, and D or something. I don't remember.
Nice.
And it's easy to learn. But the first rock song. That's a good question. I don't know what was the first. Like the first full rock song was probably some Hungarian metal band.
Okay.
So it's because I was playing in a cover, like mostly cover songs, and there was this Hungarian metal band, Pokoge, probably don't know, like Hell Machine, if I translate the name, and they were very popular in the 80s, but metal started to come up again around 96 when I started to play in a band, and the first song was probably something from that Hungarian.
Wow. That is the intention of this radio, to people from all around the world speak about that, because we didn't know that you have a really metal scene in Hungary in the 80s.
Oh yeah, like it's funny because in the 80s Hungary was like this socialist, like Soviet influenced country, and everything was banned that is was a little bit out of the scope of the government thing. And like Pokoge, they existed from I think 83 or something like that, but their first album came out only in 86. So, and by the time it came out, it was like they sold it in 100,000 copies or something. It's like massive. And they got very popular. But then, like the similar shift happened in the music in Hungary as well, like in the world. So they weren't so popular in the 90s. But then in the underground concerts, everybody knew the lyrics, and it was fun to play those songs.
Wow. Bueno, primera sorpresa, Manu, hablando de metal de Hungaria de los 80. Excelente. Muy buenas estas cosas, me encantan. Bueno, nos estaba contando cuál fue su primer instrumento, que fue una guitarra medio barata, alemana, y las primeras canciones que aprendieron fue con un profesor de guitarra clásica que tuvo. Bueno, había mucho clásico, también de House of the Rising Sun. Y aparte él tocaba en una banda de covers, y ahí fue cuando empezó a hablar un poco de la escena de metal de los 80, que era bastante fuerte, pese a toda la influencia rusa que había en ese momento. And can you tell us, are there any places to study music for free, or you have to pay in Hungary to study music?
I think you have to pay.
Okay.
Like in my time, probably you didn't have to pay as much, but you still had to pay.
Okay.
So it was like we learned some music in school, but not instruments, just like folk songs and like analyzing classical music and stuff like that. And I was in the school choir actually. So I cannot sing today, but I was in the school choir.
Wow. Bueno, le preguntaba si había lugares para aprender música gratuitamente, y dice que no, por ahora no, que hay que pagar. En los colegios sí te enseñan, pero es algo más regional, enseñan folclore y análisis de música clásica, pero si quieres aprender cosas fuera del colegio, sí hay que pagar. And can you tell us, you have been a guitarist and the main songwriter of Casket Garden band.
Yes.
Can you tell us how was to be a metal player, or you have a metal band in Hungary? How it was in the 90s and in the end of the 90s and in the 2000 up to 2012? How was that time?
Sure. So Casket Garden was my second proper band where we played gigs and everything, and we started in 98, and the reason why this band was formed is because I didn't want to play covers anymore. I wanted to play original songs, like songs that we wrote. And around the time 98, around the time I was listening mostly to death metal, black metal stuff, and I was in love with the Swedish scene, the Swedish, like the original Swedish death metal, and also like the melodic, like the Gothenburg sound. But all those bands, they split up, or they didn't, like maybe In Flames started to get no more known. And Dark Tranquillity still existed, but my favorite band was At the Gates and Carcass, like from the UK, and they were split up, so they didn't, like, they were on this hiatus for 10 years.
The album Hard Work of Carcass is incredible.
Yes.
Incredible.
My favorite, yeah.
Incredible.
You could probably hear the influences of those two bands on my Condemnation that played, and so. And the Casket Garden was very similar to the music I play today, actually, like the style. So we when we were started to rehearsing, we played some covers just to get to know each other, like musically. And we played like this Dismember song, Casket Garden, and that's how the name came. And we played Hard Work from Carcass too, live. And then we released 2-3 demos, and we actually got signed by a label in Slovakia, Metal Age Productions, and they were distributed in Spain by Extreme Music.
Wow.
Like the Avulz, I don't know if you know the band, the Spanish band Avulz. Their boss was the boss of the record label as well, and we released 4 albums with Casket Garden, and. In Hungary, we're pretty popular, actually, one of the best-selling from the record label. And we played in Europe. We played the Brutal Assault Festival.
Wow.
2 times, and we played some German like smaller German festivals. We played in France. We didn't play in Spain, unfortunately. We played Italy, Switzerland. So we didn't tour properly. We just made these exchange gigs with other bands.
Yeah.
And
wow.
And in Hungary we played. There was a festival called Summer Rocks in 2003, and we played. There were 4 bands one day: Cascade Garden, Children of Bodom, Nightwish, and Anthrax.
Wow.
And that was our first big gig, and that's when we kind of got not famous but well known in the Hungarian scene.
Wow, beautiful experience. Yeah. I have to tell you that we have the chance to interview some Sweden bands, and Manu asked them if they burn churches. No, and they were really hungry. Hey, what are you asking? They don't want to speak about that, but they burn churches really. Wow, that was. ¿Te acordás, Manu, que le preguntó? It was incredible. Sí,
y seguían haciéndolo.
Sí. No, and Manu asked if they keep on doing that, and they say no, we don't do that anymore. But the metal scene was really extreme in Sweden, and they have really beautiful bands. Wow.
Like the scene itself in Hungary was very small. It still is very small.
Okay.
I pretty much still know the main players of the scene today.
Wow.
It doesn't change much. And the places we played were also very small, with very few old people in the audience sometimes. We played in front of 5 people, we played in front of 5,000 people, so it was very you don't know what to expect.
Nice.
But they were fun times. Yeah, we were young, careless.
Nice.
It didn't burn any churches.
Up to now, you're cool now. In August of last year, you re-release Song of Tears, and the vocals you make it with a Japanese person.
Yes.
And how do you meet him?
Yeah, because a Song of Tears is actually a Cascade Garden song. I just wanted to start up my Spotify with a song that kind of people know in Hungary, and those early records were not so well recorded and well mixed, so I was thinking to kind of recreate it. And you know what, I have a YouTube channel and I do covers guitar, I start to recreate the songs, not just play them, but kind of sound exactly how they are, and that was one of them. And the Japanese singer, it's a weird story. So my style, what I like, is this melodic Gothenburg metal, but only their early incarnation, like fast, almost trashy with aggressive vocals. I don't like when there are clean vocals and stuff.
It happened the same to me. I hate clear vocals in metal. I don't like.
I like when it's fast and powerful. And I made a cover for my YouTube channel from Dimension Zero. That was a thrash band of the In Flames guitarists, in the early days, and they only released 2-3 albums on an EP or something. And I was looking for a singer to cover that song, and I typed into YouTube Dimension Zero vocal cover, if there is anyone, and then this guy came up. And he already made a couple of covers from Dimension Zero, which is super underground. So I was like, if he knows that band, he must be a good guy. So I contacted him on Instagram, and he was like, yeah, let's do it.
Wow.
And he's doing the vocals to all my songs ever since. Yeah.
No, it's a nice couple. It's a nice couple. You and the vocals.
Yeah.
Incredible.
It's very good to work with. His name is Taiko, but that metal voice around everywhere. And it's very smooth to work with him, you know. That's important when you are like online. So I just sent him the recording, the sends back the vocals the next day or 2-3 days later, and I mix it and I have it. So it's very easy to work with him. And
you speak in English with him?
Yeah.
And he have the accent, the Japanese accent, like rah, rah, rah. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Nice.
Like you can hear it, the songs, I think.
No, beautiful exchange. I think that music is always getting people together. That is beautiful. I'm going to make a little translation. Bueno, le pregunté porque en agosto del año pasado relanzó una canción de su banda con un cantante japonés, y le pregunté cómo había sido la experiencia, y lo que él decía que en su canal de YouTube tiene la oportunidad de hacer covers con la guitarra, y había una banda que era del guitarrista de In Flames del principio, y que él estaba buscando cantantes que tengan ese mismo tono, ese mismo estilo, y bueno, se encontró con un japonés y empezaron a trabajar juntos, y lo que dice que entre el japonés y él es muy fluido la conversación, o sea, como que él le manda los tracks y a los 2-3 días ya tiene hecho desde Japón le manda las voces, y es súper fluido el trabajo. Do you have any composition process?
Okay, so it's again alone. So when I moved to Ireland in 2012, I didn't want to start a band because I didn't have time. I kind of got tired from the background of a band. So I like playing music, but I didn't like organizing concerts and stuff like. So I didn't want to be that guy anymore. Mm-hmm. But I kept on playing, of course, and then I got into this recording studio thing. Like, what if I would record my own songs? How I go about that? And then what happened is I had like a Gibson guitar, you know, Gibson Les Paul, and around the time they went bankrupt, I sold it, and it was like very expensive because nobody knew what's gonna happen to them. So people started to buy Gibson guitar, and I built a little studio. This is it, and I started to kind of learn how to record and mix and produce music, and that, like Condemnation, for instance. The only reason why those riffs were recorded because I wanted to mix something, you know. So I recorded some riffs I had in mind quickly, and that's Condemnation that you hear. And the same with the other song on the EP, Omega. It's like the slower song. So it's just a few riffs I recorded quickly and they became songs. So, but I'm currently working on the second EP, and those one has very early songs. So songs I wrote right after Cascade Garden. They were on my computer, but I didn't do anything with them. So I started to mix them together now, and it's almost ready.
Wow.
So, I need to release it. Yeah.
You have always melodies in your head, and you record them.
Well, I like to just walk around with the guitar in my neck. It's not even plugged into an amplifier, and I just noodle on it, you know. And sometimes whatever stuck in my head, that I will remember it, so that's a good one. So I don't record anything like ideas. It's just in my head, and then sometimes when there are two ideas like fitting together, then they develop, and then some tiny detail in one riff can like influence another riff. So that's how I work. And recently, that's the one method, and the other method is I'm doing these riff challenges on YouTube. Like, I don't know, Ola Englund, like he uploads drums, and you have to write riffs and then record a video of it. And then he presents it in his show if he thinks it's good. Well, not like randomly, really.
Wow.
And I record riffs every week, and then some of it is good, some of it is shit, but it's recorded anyway. So, and basically, I am collecting ideas on my YouTube channel, like
Perfect.
publicly. That's what happens.
Wow.
And then sometimes I use this as a song.
Nice.
Or a song idea, part of the song.
Traducime eso, Raúl.
Sí, Manu, perdón que tire porque tiró un gran dato. Le pregunté por el proceso de composición y lo que nos estaba diciendo, que por ejemplo él va caminando siempre con la guitarra en la mano y va haciendo cosas y las va grabando. Y que tuvo un problema porque él estuvo en bancarrota en un momento y tuvo que vender la guitarra. Y con lo que vendió la guitarra decidió armar un estudio de grabación para tener algo para no dejar de tocar. Y lo que va haciendo, va grabando. Y aparte tiró un dato, después investiga, Manu, eso, porque hay concursos de riff en internet. Buenísimo, dice que hay un presentador que tira la batería y hay guitarristas de todo el mundo poniéndole riff de guitarras. Son impresionantes, Manu, después buscarlo porque son increíbles. Bueno, y él está metido en ese... Sí, Riff Challenge se llama en internet, buscarlo porque es muy bueno. Sí, ahí tiró otro gran dato. Sí.
Quiero que le preguntes por cómo maneja el tema de las baterías. Si es lo primero que graba, lo último que graba, y si son MIDI o hay un loco ahí que le hace las baterías.
Sí, le voy a decir la verdad que we have a little fight with Manu because we want to know the drums are MIDI drums and you think about them before or after the riff?
So if I said two methods. So one is when I come up with the riff first, then yes, I come up with the drums after, and I program it in MIDI.
Okay.
For the riff challenges that I mentioned, it's I get the drums in a wave file, and then I just have to come up with riffs that fit the drums.
Exacto. Yeah. Buenísimo. Manu, tenías razón. Te tengo que dar la razón. Eran baterías MIDI. Qué bestia, boludo. Qué bestia. Muy bueno, boludo.
Claro, bueno, preguntale eso. Si él primero hace las baterías, ¿te dijo?
Sí, no, lo que estaba diciendo, no. Primero, él siempre tiene riff. Él es guitarrista y siempre tiene un riff en la cabeza y hace las baterías. Pero, por ejemplo, para el Riff Channel es al revés porque él baja el zip. Se bajan el zip y...
Claro, el Riff Challenge es obvio, te mandan ellos la batería. No, yo quiero saber de su música porque y estoy así como no puedo creerlo lo que hace. No puedo creer. La batería es muy buena. Sí. Y quiero que me diga eso, si es lo último que hace o lo primero que hace o qué onda, eso es.
The MIDI drums are after the riff.
Yes, like my dog.
No problem.
We love dogs. It's everything okay.
So so when I write my own songs, then yes, after the riff. Mostly. But sometimes I find the drum pattern that I like, and then I put it in, and then I just come up with a riff to the drum. So it's like working with a drummer.
Perfect. Sí, son baterías MIDI, programa baterías MIDI con una calidad impresionante.
Sí, a esa velocidad, en ese tiempo. Muy bueno. Y aparte las va cambiando y es muy buen criterio.
Sí.
¿Toca la batería? ¿Sabe?
Manu is a guitar player and he really likes the way you play guitar. Do you know, you play a little of drums or you don't play nothing?
I played in a band for 15 years.
Okay.
So I know... I think I'm very happy with Condemnation, how the drums are. Just an example, and that one is based on my experience how a drummer would hit certain parts.
Okay.
So I know that if there is a guitar break and the drum is just, I know that it's very strong. But I know when there are fast parts, those are more silent. So I try to program it in a way that you can adjust it in the program, the strength. So it's a very time consuming, but it's worth. Yeah.
¿Viste que había un truquito?
Ahí está. Thanks for the explanation. It's a crazy show, really crazy show. I don't have the patience. I'm a bass player and I don't have that patience. Great show. Wow.
But in some of the programs, like you have like loops that you can use, and they are played by the real drummer, and then you can analyze them, like where did the drummer hit it harder, and where, you know. So that's what I did, and I kind of, so I think the secret of the good MIDI drum is like it's not perfect. So so it's not always on the grid. It's not always hit the same strength, because then it sounds like a machine.
Perfect. Ahí está.
But I think in Condemnation it's like it's not so much.
Perfect.
Maybe.
Perfect. Ahí está el truco, Manu. Ahí te lo dio el truco. Manu is happy now. Now he's happy.
Es lo que más me gusta a la hora de querer armar una canción en...
Sí, es insoportable. El trabajo que hizo es insoportable. No sé cómo tiene paciencia para eso. Bah, man. You have a lot of patience. I don't like that.
I don't like that either.
Okay, perfect. Sí,
it's just necessary. You know?
It's necessary. Perfect.
Like,
Balash, we are going to finish the interview. We really like to talk with you. It's incredible your work, what you are saying, what you are doing. Please keep on rocking that way. Sorry, Manu.
I can promise that. Thanks for the support.
Yo le quiero preguntarle, viste que él sacó hace 3 semanas Impossible Exercise con Death Metal Cover. What is it? ¿Por qué se llama así? ¿Qué es un ejercicio? ¿Cuál es el...? Hay una historia ahí.
Sí, Manu wants to know about the history of Impossible Exercise.
That's actually, that was like one of the riff challenges.
Okay.
That's one of the riff challenges, but in the riff challenge, as I said, I get like a stereo file with so I cannot change the drums. So what I did, I deleted the drums and I reprogrammed the drums like to fit the riffs better. And that's the song. Like it's a 1 minute something song, so but I started to make it longer and like repeat parts and stuff, but I didn't like it as much as the 1 minute version, so I was like, let's keep it that way.
Exact. Perfecto. Sí, you make the music that you like. That is the important thing. Perfecto.
Yeah.
Perfecto. Manu, si te parece, cerramos esta.
Sí, cerremos.
We are really happy to meet you. And we really like, it's 11 a.m. in Buenos Aires. It's 11 in the morning, and he's like, wow.
That's cool.
Yes, of course. See, listening to metal music always. Nice. See, beautiful awakening. It's a beautiful awakening. Yeah. Balash, thank you very much. We are going to close the interview with Omega. We are going to play Omega, and thank you very much. We keep in touch, and maybe in some future we meet again. Okay.
All right. Thanks very much, Rob.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.